There are thousands of guitar exercises out there and you don't have time for them. You've got a job, you got a life, you got school, and you got maybe 20 minutes a day for guitar. And worse, if you're not careful, you'll waste months grinding away on exercises instead of learning songs and making music, which is why we all picked up the guitar in the first place. So here's the question. If you could only do 3 exercises for the rest of your life, which 3 actually matter? Well, have no fear, I've got my answer, and they probably are easier and more powerful than you expect. My name's Jake, this is Guitar Gym Pro, and for the last 17 years, I've been helping adult beginners and restarters finally play real songs. By the end of this video, you're gonna have a simple 4-minute or less daily routine built from just 3 exercises that cover almost everything your hands need to do, so the rest of your practice time can go to real music. Let's get into it. So why is it only 3 exercises? Well, everything is either left hand, right hand, or the connection between the two. Each exercise has one job. Now, remember, exercises are the appetizer, songs are the main course. So don't get sidetracked playing way too many exercises. Just do the fewest you can get away with and still be making progress towards the songs you want to learn. Let's start with the first exercise. I call it the spider. We're gonna line up with our index finger on 5th fret of the thinnest string, middle finger on 6th, ring finger on 7th, all on the same string. Now, I don't have a pinky, but you probably do. Your pinky will go on 8th fret of the thinnest string. What we're gonna do is we are going to leave 3 of our fingers parked, and we're gonna lift up 1. I'm gonna lift up my index finger, and I'm gonna move it to 5th fret of the 2nd string. Then I'm gonna leave my other fingers parked, and I'm gonna move my middle finger, then my ring finger, then you would move your pinky, and then we would be back again moving our index finger to 3rd string, middle finger to 3rd string, right? Continuing this way. Now I'm going to keep going through the exercise and I'm going to explain to you why it works so well. So the idea is each of your fingers is getting a signal from your brain. We're telling our fingers to either stay put or move. 3 fingers get the easy stay put signal and 1 gets the more difficult move signal. Now what this does is this connects our brain not just to our hand, but to each finger individually. That way each finger can get an accurate signal from our brain and ultimately move faster, play crazier chords, and play better. I call exercise 2 the Strum pattern builder. So this one is all about your right hand. So what I'd like to do is think about most songs we count in groups of 4. And so as we count 1, 2, 3, 4, I like to think of all of those as just a down strum, right? I strum down as I count. I'll use a G chord to demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can't build a super exciting pattern with only 4 options. So in between each number, we're gonna say and we're gonna strum up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now what we're gonna do in Strum Pattern Builder is we are going to either choose a few of those places to strum or a few of those places not to strum. Right now, I'm going to strum on every one of those possible 8 places to strum except the and right after I say the number 2. 1 and 2, miss, 3 and 4 and, right? So when I say and I'm not strumming, I'm doing what I call a ghost strum. I'm coming up, I'm just missing the strings intentionally. That keeps my hand going in the right direction, ticking like a clock, keeping my time steady. That's the magic of this exercise. 1 and 2, miss, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, miss, 3 and 4. We could pick anything to miss. Let's say I'm gonna miss the number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and miss and 1 and 2 and 3 and miss and. Each one of those is gonna feel slightly different and it's gonna work on you counting and strumming. It's so powerful. Like I said, we can do it the opposite way too, where I say, hey, I'm gonna strum on beat 1 and the and after 2 and that's it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, as you learn more and you get into doing different time signatures, 3 or 6 or 12, you can use this forever. But the best way to start is in counts of 4. And to make it simple for yourself, repeat the same one pattern all the whole time you're doing the warm-up today. Don't try to change it and do 8 things. Maybe even repeat the same one 2 or 3 days in the row until it feels comfortable, and then move to the next one. Now I'm going to teach you the third exercise that's all about reducing tension in both hands. But really quick, if you're ready to learn your first full song with me for free in my course and community, join me at school.com/guitar. I'll leave a link in the description. So I call this the soft finger exercise, this third exercise. What we want to do is we want to set up on a chord. I'm going to use C as an example. And I don't want to actually press down on any of the strings. What I want to do is I want to get just a thump on those strings where my fingers are. They're just touching the strings, not pressing down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently press with my ring finger as I pluck until I get a clean, clear note. Now at the same time, I'm intentionally plucking with just the very tip of my pick, focused on having a relaxed grip of the pick. So much of the time when we have problems with our pick, whether it's plucking or strumming, it's that we're burying the pick too deeply, and so we have to squeeze it extra hard. So this is a way to practice being gentle right on the tip. So I'm going to gently apply pressure as I pluck. Then I'm going to leave this finger the way it is and move to the next one, which is just on the string, and then slowly apply pressure. Finally on the last note, and then I'm going to strum to make sure I've got a clean chord, and then I'm going to let it go. I'm going to set them down, and I'm going to do the whole exercise again. Now, I told you I was going to give you a full routine that you could do in 4 minutes or less. I would start with doing 90 seconds on the spider, 90 seconds on whichever one strum pattern you've decided, and 1 minute doing this soft finger exercise. I go so far as to set a timer so I know exactly when I'm done.